Hello everyone, we're back. This is part 2 of however many it's going to have to take because this is really intense. We're watching Michael Steinbacher's video and my heart goes out to this man for the rest of my life for just seeing this at this scale, because this is where you really get into what's going on to where you can follow the larger features across the surface of Earth. And there's a lot to take in, a lot to process, but it actually makes sense when you get into some of what's going on and you start to look at especially what's going on in the seafloor. I'm going to have to talk about that. And I didn't want to move off this spot because this is the exact spot, but once you get familiar with the Earth, you know exactly where to go to find certain things, and it's hard to forget. So I might have to do another video where I just play Michael Steinbacher's video again, let him talk, and then I'm going to interrupt him, and then it's just going to be a back and forth sort of thing. Maybe we'll see how that goes. But right here, just scrolling back to his video, see, you just start to notice it here, but if we go a little bit further, right when he zooms out, this is where you really start to see this is a twisting braided filament, and this is a more bulbous lobe, but the other one comes back in here when he talks about the yin and the yang. So this seems to come in while this one is coming in this way. But this jagged edge and this pulls in from this region, this pulls around. But really these two this pair, it wraps in, and it's almost as if it's coming in and out of the Earth at the same time. If that makes sense. And then scroll over here. This is the scale that I'm at right here, where you get to see the twisting braid. This is the dragon up here. This is the most intense region, but it pulls back around and then it comes into the Z-pinch here. See, this comes in and then this comes back around, but then there's a band out from this point, and this is actually directly above what he's seeing down here. Not surprisingly, I'm going to zoom in. It's like almost directly above it. That's the spot. Right there. And there's your Z-pinch right up there. Fascinating. I didn't even notice that, but like, that's the band. And you can see this is actually on the seafloor. Let me zoom out as far as it'll take me to go. There's some of this, at this point, it's coming in here. We'll have to go over to the other area to really see what it's doing, but all this is coming up here. And this is where I don't think it's so much drainage. You can see this is focusing up here. It's focusing up here. All this back around here can come in here. Above this, this comes back around here and in. This side can still make it in here. But on the other side, all this stuff has to go all the way back around the world. And that's where you see these bubbles out off the coast of here. It shoots off to show you. Oh, I just moved it. Show you on this map. This is where it shoots over here, and these lines jet. This shows you roughly the scale of the opposition to this. While we're here, since I just moved it, this is real. I'm gonna have to do a whole video on this, because this is where you really get to see all these fractures in these lines that wouldn't otherwise make sense. When you follow the patterns of the redistribution of charge across our Gaussian surface, You gotta think, these charges normally here, they want to be stable, but when you take an object like this and it's coming in and it has to move all of these charges around, and with the right hand rule, still got that up, there's certain paths like that these charges can and can't go, and once they get past this band, they can't just come back in here. They gotta shoot over here and over here and over here and over here and directly across here and directly across here, and you can see these features like shoot right in, right in, right in, right in. Down here it can finally start pushing around but back up to where it shoots back up, and it's all coming right back into here. This goes all the way around the world, but comes right back. You see what I'm saying? You gotta wrap your heads around it. That's the entire world. It's not just this point right here. It's not just something that this is the whole world, but the focus is right up here in this region is where it all comes back to. Yeah, you got the pole flip and stuff, but this is what needs to be solved. And the Himalayan mountain range, they say, is the youngest mountain range, but that's a whole nother video and worthy of discussion we'll have to get into later. Right now I'm taken back to the time when I first really noticed these, and this is where you get to see this entire part of the band is wrapping up in here and around here, and it comes back here, and it comes in and out, and then when you get over here, this is what comes back down, and this also comes back around. But this back up in here, where he was saying drainage over here, you see it's being pulled up and in. It's not coming out. There might have been waters rushing in this side, but there was also waters rushing in this side, and then it was coming back out, but it was coming up and in. And when you look at this is coming this way, but it's also, when you carry these back down around here, these are funneling back right in here. This is like, they get a free jet in if they take this path. This is the path of least resistance that they're trying to follow. And once, like, all these have to go this way, have to go this way, have to go this way, have to go this way. This is Hawaii. Hi. You can almost take a line and draw this line right up into here from here, and then you can take this one right up through here into Cuba, and you can actually kind of scroll off features down here on Australia. Let me zoom in. Like, they start to, all this ripples this way, all this ripples back this way. And when you look at, here's the rift where it curls up, anything on this side can go up here, and this kind of jets back. This jets around. You can really notice these features where it's like the waters were linking up to the land, and the land is like whatever they needed to rip from the, whether it's positive charges or negative charges, whatever they had to borrow from this stuff, it was coming up everything across this land. it shoots up here, but this squiggles out and over. Like all this stuff comes this way once you get past this distinct band. It's like these vertical lines. And you see them, you follow, and all these are going right up. It's just funneling it right up, and it's either one side or the other, all along here, and then it'll come back. This is right back where we started. Everything on this planet comes right back to this region. Like, you got features that, how else do you explain it? But on this side, there's free charge, so it's up here. There's this band up here where everything on this side goes this way. Everything up here comes up very distinctly, and anything in here just comes right in. There's this nice little circle. All this comes back down around here and funnels right in. This comes back over here, it seems, on above side, but on the below side it's shooting over that way. So there's like two things going on. But if you're considering it's electrical, then you have a positive and a negative. So one's kind of more affecting the land in a certain way, and the other's acting on the water, I think. But how they act and react, you see different features. Obviously, there's a larger portion of land blocking this, but this is directly in line where you need to take the most charge right here, and this is where you get the most intense reaction on the other side of this vast expanse of water. This is just everything's just being funneled right up through here, like it's pulling right from Antarctica up through here and in here. On this side, it's like all coming back around. These are the bands. Alright, we're obviously going to have to do a few more, because it keeps going and going and going. But at least we're starting to understand, right? I guess so. Alright, take care everyone. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.